Buonasera, guys. How you doing? We're back for a Sanremo live. I can't believe it's December. Forget Festival of Cungues. We're going to be talking about Sanremo tonight because the participants were revealed on Friday evening. Was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday. Yesterday we had a full Eurovision day.
It's been a busy Eurovision weekend, which is odd for this time of year. But we've had Bulgaria's song, we've had Eastie Law, quarterfinals.
FIK.
The days are already rolling into one. But I'm joined by the gorgeous Marika. Hey, Marika, how you doing?
Hey, everyone.
We've got Clara and we've got Samuel.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Hi.
I'm good. Fantastic to be here. As you said, it's so early to have so many Eurovision news, but I can't be more happier because that means we get to enjoy the Eurovision season longer.
Oh, I know. I'm just so excited that we're talking about Sanremo already because there's some amazing artists. Now, Yusuf, I've seen your comments saying we've got feedback. We've been trying lots of different things. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to ask Clara to unplug her headphones. We've been trying loads of different combinations. Yes, that's much better. Clara, can you hear us?
Oh, okay.
Can you hear us, Clara?
Okay, I'm going to. Yeah, maybe it was me all along.
Clara, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, we're back in the room. Right, feedback problem is sorted. Guys, we were trying so many combinations. We just couldn't get it. And it was the Spaniard. We should have known. Anyway, guys, the fantastic news is that we've had the participants for Sanremo announced yesterday, bar two. Samuele, I'm going to ask you to explain why there's two names missing on this list.
Okay, so Sanremo is, really difficult to explain because it's not a national selection, it's a festival. So we have two missing names because the last two names will be revealed on December the 15th at the final of Sanremo Giovani, that is the newcomers section. So we are going to, find other two contenders for the big section in Sanremo. But the fun fact is that they are not going to present the same song as they will present on the Sanremo Giovani stage that will be aired from Sanremo's Casino and not Teatro Ariston in Sanremo on December the 15th. But they are going to, they have, because the rules are like that, they have to present another song, a new song to the Sanremo stage. It is a little bit of a rule that Sanremo had all the years in the past, from 71 years in the past, actually.
Well, that's what I love about Sanremo. It is tradition, isn't it? It's tradition that's been going on a long time. One of my favourite shows to watch apart from Eurovision. And we're going to be talking about some of the names that have been announced. And obviously for some of our viewers, some of the names will be quite familiar, but there will be some that I don't know. So I'm relying on you both down at the bottom to give us the lowdown on some of these artists. But I'm just going to bring up the names here. I'm going to pull out one name, first of all, that is very familiar to me. It'll probably, well, I was going to say it will show my age, but I'm not that old. But Iva Zanicchi, or Zanicchi? Zanicchi is a former Italian Eurovision performer from 1969 with what I think is one of the most beautiful Italian Eurovision entries ever. I can't remember what it was called, but I just remember Due grosse la... something.
Due grosse lacrime bianche. Yes.
Something about a white river, or the river flows, or something.
It's actually two big white tears.
Okay. So we've got Iva Zanicchi, we've got Fabrizio Moro, we've got Irama, we've got Mahmood and Blanco, we've got Giusy Ferreri, who was tipped to represent Italy at Eurovision quite a few years ago. We've got Emma Marrone back, who's obviously a former Eurovision participant. We've got Elisa. We've got Noemi from last year's Sanremo. We've got Sangiovanni, who a lot of people will be happy about. And a name that I've been hearing a lot about today, Mena. Clara, maybe you can give us a lowdown on Mena and why her place is special.
Mena is from Estepona, which is like in the south of Spain, and she has many popular summer hits. That's how she is known more profoundly in Spain. And most of my people are very surprised that she has decided to go to Sanremo instead of the Benidorm Festival. But honestly, coming from Spain, I think she has a better shot at placing with more dignity wherever she ends up placing that in the Benidorm Festival, because let's face it, Spain is Spain and Italy is Italy, and Sanremo, if you have taken part in Sanremo, that's something that you can be proud of.
Yeah, I hope to take part one year. But guys, we're just going to go to the comments quickly before we carry on, because we've got lots of people in the live chat. We've got Francesca Sant'Ambrogio. Hello to you. Hello to Yusuf. Thank you for warning us about the feedback. We've got Rye Bailey. Dan Clam, I hope the sound has been sorted out now, guys. Let us know if the sound is still playing up. We've got BBT. Hello to you. We've got, who else have we got in the live? We've got Gianfranco Negri. Hello to you. Guys, we would love to know in the live chat, which artists are you most looking forward to? I don't think I need to tell anyone who I'm looking forward to seeing the most, because it's history. And we will talk about that later. But guys, let us know. We've also got Neil Era. You can't wait until February. 6 months ago till Eurovision. Only a couple of months ago until Sanremo. So we're going to go really quick, guys. Enjoy it while you can. But yeah, and also if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more of our videos. But Marika, I'm going to come to you because obviously the names of the participants are always kept really, really secret. Until they were announced on Saturday. Who were you surprised to see, and who are you most excited to see in this list?
Okay, so the biggest surprise for me was Mahmood, because I really didn't expect that he would come back so soon. Plus his guest star Blanco. I think that's going to be really, really exciting, because like Blanco, he's super young. He's 18 years old, and he has like three songs in the top 5 of the songs listened in Italy this year. So he's a good one. Then I'm really excited about Elisa, because I think she's one of the greatest artists that we have in Italy. So maybe not everyone knows Dito nella Piaga. She's one of the lesser known. She's going to sing with Donatella Rettore, which is actually an elder one, and she's really famous in Italy, and she has a lot of hits. And even I know her songs, even though they came out a long time before I was born. But Dito nella Piaga, I was listening to her last night after the announcement, and she has a lot of good stuff. So I think she's my underdog. I think she can play really well, but that's just a prediction. And you, Samuele, do you have some ideas?
Well, Sanremo is really unexpectable, when it comes to guessing the winner or something like that, because it is a pretty much difficult system. But I would say that, of course, my absolute favorite are Mahmood and Blanco. There's nothing to say. Mahmood was even my, in 2019, when Mahmood competed in Eurovision and came second, I remember saying, if we didn't win with Mahmood, we will never win. And guess what? Måneskin won. So it is good. It was actually good. Then I have Michele Bravi, that actually is one of my favorite singers on the Italian panorama. It has some songs that I will really recommend to you. It came out from X Factor, and then maybe Elisa, of course. Elisa, I have to say that Elisa she was the rumored one that was pretty much unbeaten before. Yes.
I have a confession about Elisa, and I'm so terrible with names. I actually thought Elisa was Elodie. And so I was really excited. I thought Elodie was back, and now I've just realized.
I know that you love her so much.
She was in Sanremo, and I'm just like, no, it's not. I got the names wrong.
I know that you love her so much from your reaction on.
I'm really sad not to see her.
Yes,
really sad not to see Elodie back. A bit of a surprise. Clara, any names from me and you from non-Italians? Who are you excited about seeing on this list? And I think we're all going to say Mahmood, aren't we? Really?
Yeah. I think it's Mahmood. I'm very surprised that he would want to come and try to represent Italy again after Måneskin won, because obviously Mahmood came second, and wanting to top that is a very commendable feat that he's setting himself to. But maybe his aim is not to win Sanremo this year, but to promote the song. So I'm very curious to see what he comes up with this year, and what kind of vibe probably he's going to bring to the festival. I'm also curious to see what Mena has to do.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I have to say that I'm really looking forward to seeing Giusy Ferreri. I think she's got an amazing voice. I'm sorry for how I'm pronouncing these names, guys. Noemi was one of my favourites as well from Sanremo last year. So, I mean, is she typically like a ballad singer, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to get hopefully another beautiful Italian ballad from her. Anna Mena, I'm excited about seeing now, just because I've heard the name so much, you know, kind of group chat. But of course, Irama as well, which is another one of my favourites from last year. And I think there will be a lot of support for him. Also, Iva Zanicchi, just because it'd be like, I honestly didn't know she was still kind of singing, so it'll be amazing to see her. And we're talking like 1969 is that 50 years, 45 years? I'm terrible at maths. And she's going to bring that kind of old classic, like Italian, probably a ballad.
I don't know about that, you know, because the last song that she put forward was a rock song, more or less like a pop rock song with, you know, dated sound a little bit, but it was up tempo or a mid tempo, if I remember correctly, but it was not a ballad. So I would say that she has a graspy voice, really, really strong voice. And with time, her voice changed a little bit. So we may expect some surprise with her.
Oh, I look forward to it. I'm just going to go to the live. We've got Vanessa, you're saying Mahmood and Blanco, Sanjo and Irama. Francesca, you're looking forward to seeing Mahmood, Fabrizio and Elisa. We've got Emanuele. Hi, guys. Anna Mena would not be the first foreign winner in Sanremo, nor the first non-Italian born act that we send to Eurovision. I love this trivia. Tell me.
Well, Ermal Meta was not Italian. Like,
of course.
It was not. Ermal Meta was Albanian born. In the last years after our comeback in 2011, we had him that was Albanian. And then we had also other singers like Anna Oxa is a really famous Italian singer that didn't represent Italy at Eurovision, but competed many times in Sanremo.
She did. I remember her.
With Fausto Leali.
There was also
Marica.
Lola Pons from Argentina.
Yes.
She won Sanremo in
2000. I don't remember.
For a second, I thought you had said Lily Pons, and I almost died.
Guys, we've got I'm going to say Haufa, Mahmood and Blanco, Elisa, and La Rappresentante di Lista.
Yes, La Rappresentante di Lista. Yes, super
Who
good.
is she?
That's a long name.
We're going to go through some of the singers actually that I don't know shortly.
Yes,
let's go. Enrico, you've got probably one of the vintage singers. Massimo Ranieri will place in the top 3 at Sanremo's final evening. And Dan Clam, you're going to go against the mainstream, but you're excited for Truppi. Okay, it's someone that I don't know, so I look forward to hearing about them. Yusuf, you're shocked that they've scrapped the orchestra votes.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, Samuele, sorry.
No, sorry. I know that Amadeus did a lot of changes in the rules for this year contest, so probably he changed the votings because in the last years, orchestra really, ruined fan favorites a little bit in the last evenings. So it is possible. I didn't check
there is a change in the voting from the press. So for a couple of nights, maybe 3 nights out of 4, the press is going to be divided into web press and actually like newspaper, press, and so that's going to be a change, but I don't think it's going to be that heavy on the outcome of the vote. But yeah, there are some little variations.
Okay. Clara, I'm going to come to you. Francesca makes a really valid point, actually, which is something I didn't think about. Irama deserves a better chance. He couldn't perform live last year, of course, because he had the positive COVID test. So this will be his chance, hopefully, to perform live at Sanremo. And he was one of the fan favourites last year.
It was my favorite as well, yes.
Really?
Yes. Last year was my favorite.
I don't get Irama. I like the music. I think he has good producers, but I don't understand. Like, it doesn't really stick with me. I think that's the right expression.
Yeah,
but the music is great.
Yes, the problem with Irama that he changes a lot according to the time he publishes the songs. So, for example, he has been recognized as a summer hit singer because of the summer hits that he posted and he released. But when he competes in Sanremo, he is usually not, is not. How can I say? We cannot know what he's going to put forward. For example, La Genesi del tuo colore, that was the song that he presented last year, was an up-tempo pop song with robotics and stuff. But in 2000, if I remember correctly, 19, when Mahmood won, he presented a ballad. So we cannot know which kind of genre is going to put forward. Is really, I don't know how to say it.
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable, yes, unpredictable.
Guys, I'm going to bring up the list. We're going to pull out some of these other performers. So we've got Marika. I'm going to get you to help me with this. I'm going to say Achille Lauro.
Yeah, Achille Lauro.
So let's go Achille Lauro. We've got Michele Bravi and Rkomi. I'll try to say those.
Rkomi, yeah.
So tell us more about these artists.
Okay, so Achille Lauro. Maybe you've seen him the last 3 years in Sanremo. Last year he was not competing, but he had a space every night. They gave him some time to do one of Achille Lauro's paintings, I quadri di Achille Lauro. So it's just him dressing up and acting different characters. It's really beautiful. So I hope that he's going to do something really creative and really original this year as well. Then we had Michele Bravi. You said no. Which one? Which was this? Michele Bravi.
Yeah.
And I think Samuele knows more about him than I do. But he came out of X Factor. I think he won X Factor.
Yes, he won X Factor in 2013. He's actually pretty famous here in Italy, not because of X Factor, but because of his participation in 2017 in Sanremo with Il Diario degli Errori that came fourth. It's a beautiful Italian ballad. He's a pretty voice, really pretty voice. And his last album is Geografia del Buio, the Geography of Darkness, has been produced with the aim of showcasing his own internal and personal soul, because there is a story behind this album. He was hit by an accident. He actually killed a person in a car accident, and so he wrote this kind of album in order to express the sadness and his own internal emotions that he had after recovering from this accident. And the music out of it is really, of course, sad. Is most of all Italian ballads. There are really, 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 they can even get you or not. And for me, they got me actually.
And then we've got, I'm just going to go to the live. We've got Francesca, you're saying, and Michele Bravi could be an underdog. Okay, looking forward to seeing him. You're also saying, I can't say it now. Achille has been in Sanremo for 3 years, but competed only twice. And Yusuf actually saying that Achille breaks all the norms in Sanremo and you live for it. Oh, I'm looking forward to this then. We've got Dan Castell. You're saying Achille, Queen of Sanremo. Yusuf Achille is lots of love actually for Achille. We've got a Mai as well. Achille Lauro. Let's have a look. Francesca Irama is not just summer hits, okay, but you're looking forward to seeing Irama back. And we've also got, I'm just going to say hello to Dan Clam. You're saying you still remember the orchestra ruining Rancore's chances. That was my Italian rap, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that one. We've got Alvaro, who's Spanish. I was waiting for Clara to do like a Spanish, hello.
Hola, Álvaro. ¿De dónde eres? I think you caught the comment because you typed in Ana Mena de. So what's after de? I'm very curious to know now.
So I'm going to pull up some more of these names, guys. Fabrizio Moro, we know, obviously. Irama, we know. Mahmood, Blanco, we know. Giusy Ferreri. She was tipped, actually, a few years ago as a potential Eurovision participant. I think when Italy had come back in those first couple of years, so 2012, 2013. She's got an incredible voice, this woman. So distinctive.
She's the Italian Amy Winehouse, I think.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What's her popularity like in Italy at the moment? Is she a surprise name in this year's Sanremo?
I think so at the beginning when she started out her career, so with X Factor and everything, she had some. I think she was really recognizable, and her music was really, really different from the rest. And then I didn't personally, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't hear from her for some years, like 5 years. And then she came back during the summer with some summer hits that were like topping the charts all summer. So she's changed a bit, but she has this really peculiar voice and everything. So I think she can bring something interesting.
There's a song, if you guys don't know her, there's a song that I love by her called Novembre.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's beautiful.
It's her debut song, I would say. That is the most famous Giusy Ferreri song ever, I would say, yes.
E non ti scordar mai di me.
Non ti scordar mai di me, yes. Yeah, but actually, I would say that her last songs are just horrible. I'm sorry. I like her as a singer and an interpret, but her last songs are like, I know Roma Bangkok because it was a summer song, and when you are in the beach, you just want to listen to this kind of songs.
Very catchy.
She can do a lot better than those songs, I would say.
Maybe she will surprise us this year. Maybe she will go back to, I don't know, that kind of songwriting that she had at the beginning. Who knows?
Yeah, but based on her recent releases, what kind of song can we expect from her?
Based on the latest stuff, reggaeton, summer music, something like that. But she releases that stuff in the summers. I don't know what kind of. I think she's like Irama. She does different things during the year, and then in the summer she releases something that is suitable for the season.
Guys, do you remember last year Elettra Lamborghini? Do you remember her?
Yes, she was, of course.
Yeah. Okay. She did the last summer song that Elettra did. What was Giusy Ferreri, and Elettra competed in Sanremo, but Elettra has that kind of style all year long. Giusy changes. Last appearance in Sanremo was in, like, I don't remember if it was 2017 or 2018, but she presented I would not say a ballad, but it was more a mid-tempo classic Italian song. So we can expect something more or less like that, I would say. Again, as Marika said, as Irama, she is pretty much unexpectable, and she could actually bring something new. I hope to see her going a little bit back in her discography, because the latest releases are just, I don't know, like I cannot listen to them. I'm sorry for all Giusy Ferreri's fans.
Clara, do you know of Giusy Ferreri?
I don't know who he is, actually, so I'm looking forward.
Oh,
do you know?
After this, after this, I'm sending you some of her like songs from when I used to listen to her. I don't know the recent stuff, but she's got an incredible voice. And what you said about her being like the Amy Winehouse, like the Italian Amy Winehouse, is very similar. And it was around the same time, wasn't it? It wasn't that long kind of after Amy Winehouse died, I think, that she
won X Factor in 2008, I would say, if I remember correctly. It was no, she didn't win. She came second.
Yeah, I can just remember all the rumors about her taking part, or people saying that she might be selected for Eurovision. Let's have a look at this. Ferreri was always dismissed as someone who worked in a supermarket because of her former job. That was really bad. Why would that be really bad, to work in a supermarket?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Mia
that.
won Eurovision, and she worked in a supermarket during the pandemic. People have to do what they have to do.
Yeah, we've got Neil Error. You're saying you think Elisa and Emma will be big female acts. Giusy still hasn't found her place in Sanremo. Well, Clara, let's talk about Emma, because again, this is another one of the former Eurovision singers. Again, someone who's released songs since Eurovision that I've loved. I just can't remember the name of it. So while you're talking about Emma, I'm going to quickly find a song that I love.
Okay, I really liked Emma's performance in 2014 in Copenhagen. I was actually there in the audience. It was my first ever Eurovision, so I remember her performance quite fondly. And I don't know, I really like the rocky style. Måneskin had not won yet, so Italy, it was like probably one of the only rock and roll songs we had that year. So I'm really looking forward to see what she is probably she's going to keep up with this rocky vibe that we like so much. So I'm really looking forward to her performance in Sanremo.
I found the song, by the way. It's Occhi Profondi.
I think that one I know.
And this is, I'll tell you how I know this song is when I was last in Italy. Actually, they were playing this on the MT, like the music video stations. Every time I went into a cafe, I could see this song, and it's just like it's got such fond memories of that time being in Italy. So yeah, that's one of my favorite songs by her. But she's not just a rocky song kind of gal, though, is she, Marika?
Yeah, no, she has many ballads, I think, and I'm not a fan of Emma, but I do appreciate like her voice, and I think she's a great performer. It's just that style of I don't know, because I haven't heard the song for Sanremo, so maybe she will surprise us. I really hope so. But I do like her voice. I think it's really unique, and she's a great performer live. So I am looking forward to that. But yeah, I think she puts out mostly ballads, but they're not sad ballads. They're like a little bit dancey, are they?
Kind of like, is it like maybe pop?
Maybe it's pop.
Yeah, melodic pop. I don't know. I mean, this is what I love about Sanremo most, I think, is that you can get these really well-known names that are maybe familiar with a certain style, but when it comes to Sanremo, they can deliver something in a completely different style to what you expect. So it's all very well for us kind of saying, we think they'll come with this kind of song, but really we don't know. And I'm hoping we get a lot of surprises in Sanremo when we hear the songs on that first night. I'm hoping we get. I mean, with Mahmood, even I think a lot of maybe people that don't follow Sanremo so closely will be expecting kind of a Soldi type song, but I don't think that's what we're going to get at all. I think we're going to get something completely different again.
I think we are going to get something really different because he's competing with Blanco, that he was born as a trapper, but now he developed a more poppy style. It is a really unique style. Blanco has a really unique style, and his latest album is, I think it's one of the best latest release in Italian music. It's
called, a bit Blu Celeste.
Blu Celeste, yes, right.
There's a little bit of rock and punk, but with also like 80s dance music. So like the drums, I don't know, it's really, really unique. You should dive into it, because I think that he has some interesting stuff. So I think that together they will make something really, really interesting. And Elisa has also changed a lot. I mean, if you listen to her old stuff, which was amazing, I think she could win Sanremo, Eurovision, and everything with her old stuff from 20 years ago. But
Elisa,
she's changed a lot.
Elisa and Mahmood actually collaborated in one single. It is beautiful. It's called Rubini. It's marvelous.
Oh wow! Okay, we look forward to checking that one out. I'm going to come to someone else who some people have mentioned is Sangiovanni. Marika. For those that don't know about Sangiovanni, what would you tell?
Sangiovanni, he's super young, like Blanco. He's 18 years old. So they're like the two trending people in Italy right now. They're different, but they're also similar in some ways. And he came out of Amici di Maria De Filippi, which is a big talent show. Maybe, I think, almost as much as X Factor.
It's more.
It's even bigger. Like Emma came out of there. Irama came out of Amici.
It is the biggest talent show that we have in Italy, actually. A lot of people that are really trending right now came out of Amici. Also, AK7. That is another contestant in this year's Sanremo. Did he win? No, I don't think so. No. I don't remember because I don't follow Amici.
Sangiovanni came in second because the winner was a dancer.
His girlfriend. Yes. Actually, yes. But Amici, also Emma Marrone came out of Amici.
Yeah.
Elisa participated as a judge in Amici. So Amici is really big
platform
important.
for music.
It's a really big platform for music. Yes, in Italy. Got 4th place. Thank you, Jax. Yes, I don't really follow Amici. I'm more an X Factor guy. But Amici, it's a mixture between a talent and a little bit of reality show, because also they show people and contestants in their own private moments, also when they speak with other people. It's a school. Amici is called the Scuola di Maria De Filippi. So it's a school where they went televised to being taught about singing and dancing. So it's a pop show.
Neil Era saying Elodie was also from Amici as well. We've got Francesca. You're saying you were expecting Sangiovanni and how do you say AK7?
Yeah. AK7
due to their success this summer. A really good comment here, actually, and it's a name that we haven't mentioned because he's not on the list. But Sarah O'Halloran says, will Diodato ever represent Italy eventually? It would have been lovely to have seen him back on the list this year.
Yes. Yeah. That was one of my favorite songs that year. Fai Rumore. And the performance in the Coliseum during the whole pandemic, I think that's a great memory that Diodato has given us for us, the Eurovision fans.
Yeah, it was. You know how in love I was with that song, and you think part of me kind of doesn't want him to come back to Eurovision because I don't want him to do anything that would be like worse than that.
Like the arena performance. The arena performance
it's a tough act to follow, as Guy Sebastian put it.
Yeah, it's like that song is so special to me because of what we were all going through at that time. You know, it was kind of April, May 2020, the pandemic had just hit, and that song really resonates with me for that reason. And I kind of don't want him to come back and sing something else that kind of ruins that feeling for me about that song. Although I love him and I would of course love to see him at Eurovision. I'm torn, Clara.
I know. I would like to hear or see him back, but maybe a few years later when his Fai Rumore legacy has sort of died down, because he's still that song is still very present among us, all of the Euro fans. So maybe like in 5 years, I would be so happy to see him back in 5 years.
Yeah, and I always say that Måneskin got the victory that he was going to take the IB for anyway. So I said it. He was my winner in 2020.
Yeah.
FI Wanderer, you're saying if Italy had participated between 97 and 2011, Elisa would have represented them.
Most probably, yes.
And has Alpha, you're saying you expect Rai to invite Deodato as an interval act. They tried to involve him as much as possible in 2021. Dan Clam, you're also saying about Deodato as an interval act. You can imagine the audience going wild if he was an interval act at Sanremo. Let's have a look. Someone else, Cogs Vina, you're saying Deodato needs to come back. His voice is great. Nil Error, you get what I'm saying about kind of Deodato. So thank you. I'm glad I'm not talking complete rubbish. Guys, I'm just going to go back to the list again because we've still got some more names on here that we haven't spoken to. So I'm going to someone that I've never heard of, which is Highsnob Ehu.
Yeah. Okay, so I never heard about them, so I went and searched for them yesterday. And Highsnob, he makes rap, trap. Yeah, we can categorize him if we want as a rapper, and I think he has some nice songs there. I like rap, so I don't know if everyone is going to like it, but I think it's going to be nice. And it's a girl, it's a woman, and she does some pop and something like that. She's less known than him, but I don't know. Let's see what they have in store for us.
Well, not everyone liked Mahmood, remember, before he went to Sanremo.
Exactly.
He smashed it. So there you go. And it would be kind of nice as well to see a new name. I think in Sanremo this year. Who knows? Yeah. We've also got. Have we spoken about Massimo Ranieri?
No.
I can't remember. Tell us. Go on.
Well, Massimo is actually one of the biggest voices of Italian music. It has been actually in Eurovision different times in the 70s, 2 times if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Is just Perdere l'amore was actually one of the song of a generation. It was actually a song that, like, my mother is just in love with that song. My father is in love with that song. Even some of my generation are in love with that song. I really like that song. Is a beautiful Italian love ballad. My mother is like singing it right now. I'm sorry. And but Massimo is a really present, artist, even in nowadays music entertainment. She is not really, under the spotlight right now, but he's present in Rai. He does a lot of things with Rai, but also Mediaset. So he's really present here in Rai, in our conscience, and in our. It's present. We can see him all around. But of course, he's really remembered for his appearances in Sanremo in the 70s and also representing Italy at Eurovision. So it's that older generation quote that Sanremo needs every single year. So we have, for example, Iva Zanicchi, Ivana Spagna, and Massimo Ranieri, but also Gianni Morandi that are representing that kind of generation in Sanremo that we need, because Sanremo is a contest for everybody, and it's trying to modernize itself. So we need people from the older generation, but also people from the new generation, so everybody can watch it. And that is the reason why in the last years Sanremo watched by 12 million people. That is, for example, like it's 1/5 of the Italian population on a Saturday night. So I see what Amadeus is doing with this, with combining different genres and different people in one show. I see what is also Rai is like, wants to do like that. First of all, because we have the Eurovision effect that is really important. This cast would have never been there if not for Eurovision, because we have so many big names, because Eurovision gave Sanremo that kind of celebrity, that it lost a little bit in the last 2 years, I would say. Last year was actually for Sanremo in terms of audience.
Well,
so I would say that.
Thank you for giving us Måneskin.
Yes. Yes. They were really famous even before Sanremo here in Italy. So I could see why they have been wanted by Amadeus in Sanremo.
So it's interesting. One of the things that you said was one of the questions I was thinking about earlier, which is, will these artists be thinking about Eurovision this year because it's in the home country? Because normally when artists are putting themselves forward for Sanremo, we always think of Sanremo as being kind of, higher profile than Eurovision, and winning Sanremo is the main goal. Eurovision kind of comes as an add-on. But do you think a lot of the artists that are on the list this year will be thinking more about Eurovision because it's potentially an opportunity to compete in a European contest on home soil? Marika, what do you think?
I think that no, not really. I think that they're just competing in Sanremo because there is a lot of clout around it, and because it's going to be in the host Italy is going to be the host country and everything. But also, I mean, they're not trying to win Eurovision; they're only trying to win Sanremo. But at the same time, some of them, and maybe not all of them, but some people can aim at just making themselves more known in Europe and in the world in general. So, like the goal is not to win at Eurovision, I maybe just to make the audience a bit larger. Maybe Mahmood, I think Mahmood is doing it for Eurovision as well, though. Yeah, do you agree? Yeah,
and probably Mena, because Mena has been posting images of Eurovision, like Maciel and the Spanish singers. She's been posting this on Twitter quite repeatedly. So she has always been hinting that, or like at least the past few months, she's been hinting that she has a clear interest in Eurovision. And we didn't know if she was going to go for the Spanish Eurovision or the Italian Eurovision. Well, the Italian Eurovision has clearly been a surprise. She got everyone confused thinking she was going for the Spanish Eurovision, Spanish national selection. So yeah, I think we can like tick a box on Eurovision when it comes to Mena.
I'm going to go to Giusy Lop in the live chat, wants to know our opinions about Mena. So, Clara, I'm going to come to you because I'll be honest, I don't know anything about her. So I don't have an opinion as yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing her at Sanremo. But Clara, Mena as an artist.
I think she is very on trend. She knows what the people want to hear. She's a bop maker. All of her songs have a lot of summer vibes, summer feel, and she's very popular with the younger generation. And she has this interesting fashion sense. Like she's very hip with her fashion. Vogue did an interview with her getting ready for, I'm not sure what big event was. So she is very current with the younger generation. And I asked my sisters, like, have you heard of Mena? And they were like, my sisters are younger. They're like, yeah. And I was like, she's trying to go for Eurovision, and they were very surprised. So it was a move they didn't see, like, unless you follow her on Twitter and like saw all of these images she was posting about the old Eurovision references. It was a move, quite an unexpected career move, I would say.
But Marika, is she really well known in Italy?
Actually, for me, Samuele knew her, so I guess I can't speak for the whole population of Italy. But actually, I didn't know her. But listening to her yesterday, I realized that I do know some of her stuff. I just didn't know it was her. So I guess that she, the music speaks for herself, you know. Like I didn't know her name, but the music reached me, and I know her songs. So I guess she is pretty big. I mean,
Samuele, you're a big fan.
I do not consider myself as a big fan of her music. I consider myself as a big fan of her personally because I like her as a person. You know, music came to me after. I would say that she's really popular in Italy because of her summer songs, because of her big hits with Rocco Hunt and Fred De Palma. There is that kind of music that I only listen when I'm at the beach or, you know, not because I enjoy particularly that kind of music. I see her for a transformation, I would say. With Musica Ligera, That is her last single. It's a cover of Musica Leggerissima, sung by Colapesce and Di Martino last year's festival, Sanremo. So she's really connected to Italy, and she loves Italian music. I can see a little bit of transformation towards a more, mature kind of pop, I would say, and retro 80s, 70s pop song. And she also said to the press that she was going to transform herself and her music. So I would like to see her on the Sanremo stage, and I think she's going to give us some surprises, I would say.
Well, Gex is saying hopes Anna's song is going to be a ballad because you think her voice would fit ballads better. So we will see.
She has a beautiful voice. She has a beautiful voice.
I did see another question. We've got Fee Wanderer. When you speak about Italy and Spain Eurovision, the first person that comes to your mind is not Anna Mena, but Raffaella Cara.
Aww. Para hacer bien el amor hay que venir al sur.
I'll keep going.
Oh, I'm already placing my bet that she's going to cover Raffaella Carrà during the cover night. Remember this.
Oh, it would be nice. Are you going to put money on it?
I was so saddened when she passed away, Raffaella, this year. She was an icon for everybody. Everybody in Italy loved her. Everybody in Spain loved her. I would say everybody in the world loved her. It was strange when they announced that she passed away, because it's like a whole nation was just blocking and could not believe it, because she was so energetic. She was the mother of Italian television, and she also brought that kind of Italian style television a little bit to Spain, I would say. She was an icon, and I think that we have to remember her. I probably think either in Sanremo or in Eurovision, they are going to do something related to her, because she was just an icon for everybody. So I would say that either a particular prize will be done for her, like in Sanremo, or they will just showcase a night or showcase a particular format to her. I'm expecting something related to Raffaella Carrà, either in Sanremo or in Eurovision, because she was a really huge fan of Sanremo, of Eurovision. Sorry, she actually she presented the points from Italy when we came back in 2011, and she also was inside Spain's not, I don't know how to say, like TV when related to Eurovision. Yes.
And lots of people credit her with the return of Italy to Eurovision as well, saying that, she was a big part of it. So I hope they do something for her, because this should have been her year and she should be there watching it, to be fair. And she would have been like a guest of honor at Eurovision this year. So so I agree. I think they will have to do something to honor her. And Fee Wanderer saying she deserved to host Eurovision this year.
I could have seen that happening,
Yeah. Lots of you saying actually she would have been a brilliant host as well. Giusy, you're saying she should have been a host. Francesca, Raffaella, always in our hearts. So yeah, no doubt there will be something. There'll be something done for her. We've got to say hello to Mr. System as well. And we are going to wrap it up soon, guys. We've been nearly an hour. That's crazy, and my throat's going dry. It has been a busy Eurovision weekend, hasn't it? Bulgaria, Albania, we've had Estonia, we've got Sanremo, and it's not even Christmas. Lots of songs being released much earlier. But guys, if I had to go around, and I'm going to make you pick one and only one, who are you most looking forward to seeing? And you have to give me an answer. So, Samuele, I'm going to come to you first because you look like the person that can't answer it the most.
No, I don't want to pick one. I don't want to pick one because there are so many good ones that could represent Italy in Eurovision and win Sanremo in general. But I would say that the one that... Three?
Up to three.
Of course. I would say Mahmood and Blanco. I would say Mahmood and Blanco, first of all, because they are like we were saying before that Mahmood it was strange for Mahmood to compete again after only 2 years from his Sanremo's winning performance, but it's actually really important to say that Mahmood's last album, Gettolipo, was certified gold a lot of time after his release. So we may say that Mahmood enjoyed a lot of popularity after Eurovision and after Sanremo, but with his latest release is not so strong as it was before. So it's kind of comprehensive that he's going back to Sanremo, I would say, because he even participated a lot of years ago in the newcomer section. He was really present on Sanremo also, so he loves Sanremo. So I would say Mahmood and Blanco, of course, because he was really present in the Italian musical panorama in the last year. Elisa, of course, she's one actually of my favorite singers in Italy. So I would really love to see her shine in the top at least 3, I would say. And then if I have to say another name, could you please put back the slide
you're taking this seriously.
There are too many. I would say I would say Michele Bravi. Yes, I'm sorry. He's really a sweetheart for me.
Clara, do you want me to leave the list up for you?
Mahmood, hands down. I'm really looking forward to see him again.
Marika.
Yeah, the answer is Mahmood, but I'm going to say someone else because everybody wants Mahmood. So I will say Dito nella Piaga, which is my underdog, and Dargen D'Amico, which is an artist that we haven't talked about, but he's the producer that makes Fedez music.
Oh, so, cool.
Yeah. So I think he has some great music, but I don't know. I'm just curious to see what he brings to Sanremo.
Well, I'm not going to say Mahmood because it's a given, but I am going to say, hearing you two talk about some of the artists that I don't know, the ones that it sounds like I'm going to look forward to the most are Highsnob and Who, because I'm just excited to see what they're all about. But Sangiovanni as well. And then, of course, Mahmood and Blanco and Iva Zanicchi. Oh, God, and Irama. Oh, and Giusy Ferreri.
And la rappresentante di lista. La rappresentante di lista. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's no doubt about it. It's going to be a fantastic show. It's going to be even more special because it's kind of in the same year that Italy is hosting Eurovision. Måneskin will be back there doing a performance, right? Surely.
Yeah.
Oh.
I really hope so.
If they're not,
I hope they're not necessarily too big.
Too cool for it.
Would you say, guys, that Italy could put forward another big contender for top 3
at Eurovision?
At Eurovision, yes.
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
No doubt about it. Maybe we'll even be seeing. Maybe one of this list will be the next Eurovision winner. Who knows?
Yes, Rai is disagreeing with you so much, but yes,
they're like, no thanks.
No, thank you.
Not twice.
Can I just say what's been so nice about tonight? What's been so nice about tonight is I've got to listen to you two both talking with an Italian accent, and it just makes me so excited about May. It always sounds so beautiful, even when you're speaking in English. I've embarrassed them now. But anyway, guys, if you're not watching live, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We would love to know in the comments who you're looking forward to on this list of performers from Sanremo. And remember, we will have 2 more to come from Sanremo Giovani as well. I think it's the 15th of December that we find out who the other 2 slots are going to. But we all know you're going to put Mahmood and Blanco, but we'd love to know what other artists you're looking forward to as well. So drop a comment down below and let us know. Go follow us on our socials. Otherwise, Marika, Clara, Samuele, thank you so much, guys. We will end it there. And yeah, until the next one. See you guys.
Bye. See you.